Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today we're going to make a thickened black and yellow spiral. Today's project is going to be a classic spiral, and of course I'm using the microwave splatter guard that I got off of Amazon, and there's a link for it down below in the description box, so go ahead and check that out. So you want to start off by deciding where you want the center of your spiral to be, give it a little pinch, and then with the microwave splatter guard, you want to put the top of it down on top of your shirt, the flat side. And I want to point out, I get asked a lot, which microwave splatter guard am I using? And it's called the Deluxe. It's the only one with the link. It's the only one that has a hole in the top. So you need to make sure that you get that one. The 8-inch or the 10-inch, those are not going to work. Once you get your spiral the way you like it, it's time to secure it. And I like to use rubber bands, but you could also use kite string. It's just a matter of preference. And what I like to do is I like to tighten up the spiral. So I pull on the tails of it and I tuck them into the nearest rubber band, creating a nice tight spiral. That way it doesn't fall apart on you when you want to move it around or flip it over. Since we're nearing Christmas, I decided I would do a little clickbait, and I tried to create the North Star. I'm not very artistic when it comes to drawing this way. Now, I could have left it like this, but I think it would be undesirable because what you would end up having are like a bunch of little yellow polka dots on a white and black shirt, and that's not the look I'm going for. I want it to be a black and yellow spiral. So I'm going to cover the entire top side with lemon yellow, and I only want to go down about halfway through the pleats. I don't want to oversaturate it. Now, if you go a little heavy-handed and you accidentally oversaturate it, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's tie-dye, and the black will cover it up anyways. I'm going to share with you guys a little backstory of why I'm making the black and yellow spiral. So my girlfriend Debbie sent me some aprons to make for her. Remember the apron that I made last week, or maybe it was a couple weeks now, and it turned out really faded looking? And some of you suggested that quite potentially it is not 100% cotton, even though the tag says it's 100% cotton. Well, I have to agree with you guys 100% that they are not 100% cotton coming from Amazon. And so what I did is I made her some bumblebee aprons. She's a lunch lady and the school mascot is a bumblebee. So she wanted to have 3 matching aprons for her and her co-workers to wear on the last day before Christmas break. They turned out disastrous. They looked great until I started to wash them. So during the rinse out process, they were perfect. Once I stuck them into the washing machine with the Synthropol and did the hot water cycles, they started to get a lot of back staining, and the yellow turned a really dingy sort of greenish, blackish, just a really ugly color, and it devastated me to the point where I couldn't tie-dye for days because I was so distraught. It really emotionally devastated me because I'm super particular. And when I make something, especially for a gift, and especially for a gift that she's going to be giving somebody, I couldn't take it. So I quickly tried to make these shirts to make up for it, and they look so much better. I might post on Facebook the aprons and how they turned out, but they will never see the light of day on a YouTube tutorial. When adding your black, you want to work quickly and diligently, and you don't want to oversaturate. Now, this being the thickened black dye, it really wasn't going into the shirt very well, so I resorted to using my hand, and that's okay. You know, sometimes it's kind of fun to get messy. Once you have all your black dye on it the way that you want it, it's time to prepare it for batching. And I recommend batching with the black side down, that way the black doesn't overtake the yellow. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I guess maybe I didn't hit record, but I was able to capture just this little bit of the rinse out process. I decided I would just show you the apron since I mentioned it. If you're anything like me, you'd be totally curious and let down if you couldn't see what I was talking about. So if you focus in on the yellow, now there's a little black spot, that's my fault, I dropped dye there. But if you look into the yellow, some of it is okay, and then there are some other areas that just have these splotches of like dark greenish, blackish yellow where it held on to the black dye in the wash. And that must be the parts that aren't cotton, I guess. So I can already hear some of you saying, oh, Steph, you're way too hard on yourself. Yeah, I am. And like I had mentioned, when you're making something for someone so that they can give it as a gift, you really want your project to be the best that it can be. And that is not a representation of what I'm capable of. And so it really got me down. So here's today's project. This is our black and yellow spiral, and I'm much happier with this. I think the yellow stayed nice and vibrant. The black stripes look good. They're not overpowering. It doesn't look dingy. It's bright. It's cheerful. I stand behind this work any day of the week. So what do you guys think of the actual black and yellow shirts? Please leave me some comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.